Welcome to the Yo-11 podcast. Yo-11 podcast, mostly Vegas, no BS, casino experience, and more. Michael Trager is a casino and travel loyalty expert who also helps people turn their travel dreams into travel reality. How's it going, Michael?
It's going really well. How are you doing? I had a great weekend at Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale, as well as some time in Key Largo. So it was a really, really nice, longish weekend for me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was happy to see when you sent video of the Hard Rock Hotel and the room tour, because it's like a sneak peek as to what we're going to have out here in Las Vegas when they finish their construction of the Guitar Tower over at Mirage Rock. So very cool, very cool.
Yes, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that during the tease. But basically, this guitar tower is really, really cool. And I just love architecturally how it works out with all of these different floors that are different lengths. Not all of them are different lengths, obviously. So it's a really interesting layout. They have like a really interesting layouts of different rooms and suites. So I think it's absolutely phenomenal. Really, really cool.
Awesome. So you have a little bit of pre-news for us before we get to the main news story involving a tier match.
Yes. And as you will see on your screen, our wonderful friends at Fontainebleau, we're just going to call it Fontainebleau, right, are doing a tier match again from February 6th to June 1st. The tier match is only eligible. You're only eligible to do the tier match if you are a new member, which is quite common because you got some great perks, including spa and dining. So they've defined a new member, though, a blue tier member or blau tier member who has never previously redeemed any comp or slot free credit at Fontainebleau with Fontainebleau rewards. So it is possible there is somebody who did a tier match last year, but never played at Fontainebleau and never got a chance to use the awards. That's quite common because I will often tell people to match, but not use any benefits until you're really ready to play your big day of play, or not to play at all. So I know that's probably a limited number of people, but you still might be able to do it. Or if you never did the match before, I would still say it's still worth a shot trying to match, even if you matched before. Why? Because sometimes these properties will show kindness and grace and will sometimes match you again to the tier level, but they might not give you the benefits like the dinner and the spa. You never know. So it's probably worth the try if you're around and if it's of any value to you. This does bring up an interesting point, and it is, I mean, maybe it's a little bit of the point that I often try to stay, that, you know, you can do a match in advance, but you shouldn't use the benefits, or you shouldn't play unless you are really going to do that really significant day of play to generate casino marketing offers. And this could be another example of why, you know, maybe you shouldn't use the benefits if you're not really planning to play, because the goal is to really do a great day of play so that you can get some additional comp benefits. And as I've heard from many players, Fontainebleau Rewards is really treating players well and is a really, really good loyalty program. So anyway, I'd love to hear your experiences trying to rematch. Like I said, highly unlikely, but still worth a shot. And who knows? But you know, it's always worth it, because you never know what'll happen. And that's the story. So I think we have some nostalgic news today.
Yes, nostalgic news. Let's get on with the news and views. Will Smith is heading to the stage, this time with music. The Oscar-winning actor and rapper is launching an evening with Will Smith at House of Blues inside Mandalay Bay on March 20th. Fans can grab tickets starting Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific on Ticketmaster.com. The show will take audiences through Smith's musical journey from his 90s hits to tracks from his upcoming album based on a true story, his first in 20 years. The album, dropping next month, includes singles like You Can Make It, Work of Art, Tantrum, and Beautiful Scars featuring Big Sean. Smith recently returned to the award show circuit, making a high-profile appearance at the Grammys on January 30th to honor legendary producer Quincy Jones. It was his first major awards appearance since the infamous 2022 Oscars moment when he slapped Chris Rock on stage. Of course I had to bring that up. Now he's shifting the focus back to his music. Expect a night of nostalgia, new sounds, and classic Will Smith energy. And that's going to do it for the news. And now for the views. Michael, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know you're getting old when the mention of Will Smith and nostalgia and musical journey come into it. But I think this is great. I love the idea of it, expecting a night of nostalgia. I think Will Smith is great. I also, did you know that I had the Will Smith one of the Will Smith penthouse suite at Planet Ho?
No, I did not. I'll bet you that suite slapped.
It did. It was very cool. We should actually throw that video up on YouTube. That would be a cool video. Anyway, I think this is great. I think Will Smith is great. I think it'll probably be a really good show. And the only thing that I'm really waiting for now is Spice Girls. So you need to do something about that, Movestro.
Don't stop believing, man. Oh wait, that's Journey.
Can you sing it? Can you sing any? Can you sing any Spice Girls for me?
I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want.
That's what I was waiting for.
There it is. There it is.
Oh my God, that's bad. And now that we've all thoroughly embarrassed ourselves, let's move on to the tease. Okay, well, the real tease, this whole tease is, this going to Hard Rock Hollywood, which is really Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, pretty much so, like the same area. Will Hard Rock Vegas be similar and the same as this? And this is really a little bit of a sneak peek of what to expect in Vegas, because in Las Vegas, as we know, Mirage Rock is transforming into, I always wait for you, Movestro, to say the full name and acronym.
The Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and the Guitar Tower Hotel. Or something. Yeah. And the acronym is
Exactly. But we're going to have a guitar tower. It's going to be really, really cool. No matter what anybody says, this guitar tower looking over onto the strip is going to be pretty amazing. The strip views are going to be amazing. In general, it is, of course, sad to lose the volcano, but getting that guitar tower is going to be really neat. Mirage always had great pool areas, and Hard Rock is also known for their pool areas, especially in Florida. And I have no doubt that the pool areas at the new Hard Rock Hotel and Casino on the Vegas Strip will also be amazing. What's so cool about this guitar tower is it's a guitar. I mean, that is sounds a little silly, but you have all of these different lengths of floors. So I was on the 10th floor, which is rather wide because it's in that wide, meaty part of the guitar tower. And what's nifty about it is you just have different layouts of floors, which means different suite layouts and floor layouts. Also, some of these suites on the higher floors actually have outdoor showers. Yes, shower, where you can shower and wash your hair. Outdoors, like 24 stories up, looking over towards Miami or the other direction towards Palm Beach. So that's going to be really, really cool. I wonder if they're going to do those outdoor showers. So it's really, really neat. And Movestro has a bunch of video and stuff to show you about it. I was very, very fortunate. I was going for David Wong's birthday, which also happened to be Lady Luck's 40th birthday, and lots of other people were there, including the big jackpot, Scott. But first, we're going to take a little look at a platinum suite. So a platinum suite is a one-bedroom suite. This is a super nice suite. It's at the end of the hallway. This is at the end of the hallway on the 10th floor. They do have smoking floors at Hard Rock, so bring your cigars. And the suite has a pretty massive living room, great footprint, lots of space, really well done. I would call it beach colors. Is that what you would call it, Michael?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Sort of beach colors. Yeah, and you could tell, we were looking out from the guitar tower. What's really neat when you get to the bedroom, Above the bed are shades, and those you can electronically lower and raise. But what's so neat about the bedroom is that there is literally the clouds are above the bed. So right now you're going to look out at the pool area. Look at the beautiful pool area. So it actually reminds you a little bit of some of the stuff that they do at Mirage or Mandalay Bay. So that's really, really neat. And this is a view only from the 10th floor. So the guitar tower is just about 30 floors. So that's gives you a pretty good idea of how large it is. But it's really, really nicely designed room. Super clean, super well designed. And I really liked it. And it has a full bedroom, which is great. And separate bedroom with pocket doors and a lovely bathroom. So you can see when you look at that bedroom, right above the bed are basically windows where they have electronic screens, lots of TVs. In the bedroom, there's a TV, and in the living room, there's a TV, and over a little dining table, there is also a TV. So lots and lots of TVs all over the place, and also a rather large bathroom. So that's cool as we're entering it now. Now, this was an ADA suite. You would hardly be able to tell. So what's cool about that is that there's the regular fancy tub, which is not ADA handicap accessible, and then there is another shower tub in the bathroom area. So that's sort of nifty there too. But once again, views, lots of floor to ceiling windows, lots of views, separate toiletries, which I know people like. So it's a really a pretty great suite. And I was really fortunate to have it. What was funny when I went to check in is Vestro and I had been talking about the fact that I really wanted to stay in the guitar tower because I really wanted this idea of the guitar tower. And I didn't get there till late in the afternoon, and it was Saturday already. And I was just staying for one night this past Saturday night. And I got there at 4. Check-in was empty, and I asked the nice lady, can I just have a room in the guitar, a smoking room in the guitar tower? And she says, let me go check on that for you. And then she was super nice. And she came back and she says, I've got a platinum suite for you in the guitar tower. The only thing is you absolutely have to get out of that suite tomorrow. So if you decide to extend your stay, you can't stay in the suite, which I thought was totally reasonable. And there I was in a platinum suite. So I would say that was a lot of luck. I did tip her $20, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. She was just a really nice person, and I wanted to thank her because she was working so hard to get me a room in the guitar tower. I never expected that I was going to get a suite in the guitar tower with amazing views of the pool. So sometimes it works out. And sometimes it's always good to ask. The funny part here is I didn't even ask for a suite and I got it, and that hasn't happened in a while. And that's sort of good to know. On the other note, on the casino end of things, because I was in a casino comp room that a host was nice enough to give me the comp. So that could have had a little bit to do with my upgrade, because I was a casino comp room, and sometimes they are more likely to upgrade casino comp rooms, especially if it's after 4 o'clock. It's Saturday. Got to check out by Sunday. Nobody's taken this suite. And Hard Rock has a loyalty program, and called Unity, and I upgraded to the icon level on that program with a tier match. And you can go on the website and you can see they match pretty much all the programs. And the interesting thing there, and this gets back to the Fontainebleau match, you're not supposed to be able to match again if you had matched once before, but they did let me match again, and I matched my Caesar status to icon, which is the highest except for X. And so that's also, it's worth giving it a try. The ladies were really nice. I was really nice at the desk. And what's cool, if you match now, it is good through February 2026. One of the major benefits of icon status is that you get no resort fees. So I was able to actually save the resort fee on this comp stay because I did not have status before I matched. So that's super cool. Unfortunately, there is not a lounge. There's no Icon Lounge at the property here in Fort Lauderdale. There is a really nice Icon Lounge in Tampa, and there's a really nice Icon Lounge in Atlantic City. There is only a Plum Lounge, which is for X Card in Fort Lauderdale. So that's something to keep in mind. You can be approved for X Lounge by a host, but you really have to gamble quite a bit. So that's good to, basically good to know. I had a great night gambling with my really good friend Marshall. We were just fooling around on slots for hours and hours, and it was just a lot of fun and extremely disciplined that I've learned from Avestro. And we were looking forward to playing craps, but by the time we were ready to play craps, it was about 2:30 in the morning. Went up to a craps table that we thought would be great for us to partner on because we could stand next to each other. They were just closing that table. All the other tables are really busy, or certain sections were reserved. Most of the craps tables were $25 minimums. So we decided not to play craps. They do have great baccarat, but I didn't have the time to play the next morning because I had work to do and we were heading off to Key Largo. So I had one nice night of slot play, of which on a $4,000 bankroll, I lost $300. So I was super thrilled with that. So it was a great night of fun. We were actually up at some point, up, down, all over the place, but I was sort of jonesing to play again on Sunday morning, but I just had some work stuff I had to get done. And then my wife was picking me up to go to with friends to Key Largo. So there was just no time the next morning, but I will definitely be going back to Hard Rock Hollywood. And it was wonderful that David Wong encouraged me to come to this weekend. I have also put in the show notes his slot channel. He did a live stream. I was in some of those videos. Really good thing. He hit some really great jackpots. Great to watch. Super great guy. Great channel. Thank you, David, again for inviting me for the weekend and also dinner and everything. It was really, really enjoyable, and I just had a great time. And I'm glad I had an excuse to get my ass to Fort Lauderdale to go to the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood because I had been meaning to go there. So that was great.
I remember you mentioned that you stayed at the Will Smith suite at Planet Hollywood. A few days ago, I was at Planet Hollywood, and they had the uniform that Will Smith wore in Independence Day, and it was down there on the casino floor. So they must have taken it from that room, because I understand they don't really do the Hollywood room decor like they used to.
Ooh, that's cool. We'll definitely have to do it. By the way, but one of the slide that's up right now shows how crowded it is at like midnight at Hard Rock.
Wow.
Yeah. And the slide before that outdoor pool stuff was Lady Luck's 40th birthday party bash out by the pool. Yeah, that was Lady Luck's birthday bash, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Looking from the photo. So yeah, it was great. I'm glad I got to Hard Rock, and the memorabilia and everything. It's just awesome. Like, it's an awesome hotel. It's got great vibe, great restaurants. It's really, really nice. And then they've got great baccarat, though I didn't play it at all. And now they've got lots of craps, and the high limit room is great. And by the way, this casino is fucking massive, absolutely insanely large, and every slot machine you could do. Though I didn't notice Kong until the next morning when I went to Tier Match. I was so sad I didn't get to play Kong again. Boom, boom.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, it probably is. Anyway, it was a great trip. I'm glad I got there, and I hope people have enjoyed that. Any questions about Hard Rock Hollywood? If I can answer them, I would be glad to. But basically, try to do that tier match again if you wind up at Hard Rock, because it might work.
All right, cool. So do you think that they're going to do anything extra for the Guitar Tower in Las Vegas, or do you think that the rooms might look? I mean, it's all speculation at this point till we see room renderings, but like, do you think that the rooms will pretty much be on the same level?
I think the rooms will be lovely. I think the rooms in Fort Lauderdale are more beachy. I would assume that they will be less beachy. I don't know. Maybe they've shown diagrams. I think it's going to be even more spectacular. I'm going to guess that Vegas is going to kick it up a level. I bet the suites are going to be kicked up a level. I believe there's going to probably be more technology in them, and I believe they're going to have some amazing, massive, incredible suites with incredible views of the Strip. Because remember, on top of that guitar tower, when you think of where it's placed, where the volcano used to be, those views are going to be spectacular. So you've got to have some amazing VIP suites up there. So I think Vegas is going to be even better than this. So it's really exciting.
Maybe they'll shoot fire out of the top of the guitar, maybe to make up for the volcano. Maybe instead of shooting beams of light for the imaginary strings, they'll fire the top. Just a little extra touch just for Vegas. Who knows? I was just thinking though, those awesome views from Treasure Island with the curvature of the Strip and everything. Once the guitar tower goes up, that might affect the view from Treasure Island.
Or it might affect some views.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I don't know. I think that that guitar tower, certain views from that tower are going to become like the best Strip views there are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Just because it's just because of the disposition of where the tower is being so close to the Strip. Not close, you know what I mean? It's not really set back. It's not set back very much. So like that Caesar suite we were in at Nobu, what was so cool, it wasn't set back that far. So it felt like that intimate view of the Strip, but it was a relatively low floor. Now think when you have this guitar tower that's going to be close to 30 floors. Think when you're up on a floor, more than 20 floors, and it's not set back that far. You're going to be like in the Strip, for lack of a better term. At least that's the way I envision it. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, we'll need to make sure we get some invites to opening day or something like that. That would be pretty cool for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, before we get going, do you have anything on your mind or any thoughts you want to share?
No, not much else other than the Hard Rock's doing a great job, and I'm actually sort of getting excited for the new Hard Rock in Las Vegas. And remember, with this tier matching stuff, even if they say you can't match again, definitely give it a try. I mean, of course, when they ask you, have you matched before, you could sort of say, I don't know. How could I remember that? Just in that voice, but it's definitely like everything else, like asking what your rating is when you leave craps, like asking for a better rating. At the end of the day, these employees are there encouraging tier matches. They want to tier match when they do these tier programs. We can argue about whether it's good or bad for the program. That's another episode. But at the end of the day, they want to match. They don't really want to decline matches if they're doing a matching program. So I think it's always worthwhile to give it a shot.
All right, cool. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Luxury travel booking, travelzork.travel. Visit us at travelzork.travel to plan your next amazing vacation, not just to Las Vegas, but anywhere in the world. And be sure to find us on social media and join the conversation. You can find us easily, as all social platforms are, at TravelZork. We'll see you next time.